Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, July 12th, 2022, and I am here as always with Dr. Timothy Bray. Dr. Bray, thanks for hopping on today from your vacation. Tell us about the numbers.
Hey, good morning, Danny. Yeah, the numbers, are continuing that same trend that we have been seeing. Active cases this week are 37,219. That is up 34% from a week ago. New cases have doubled. So we're starting to see that line have a little bit of a curve to it, which is that epidemic conversation. There's a couple things going on. As most of you have read by now, we started out with BA1 and BA2. We are now at BA5, and BA5 is showing some tendencies to circumvent immunity. This is less important for the vaccine world. It's a little bit more important for folks who may have had natural immunity. Let's say you had BA1 or BA2 under Omicron, you can get BA5. And what that means is we're seeing reinfections. Now, the good news is so far BA5 still looks like symptoms are mild, right? So we haven't seen it turn the corner yet of throwing us a variant that is much more dangerous or much more deadly, but we are seeing a variant that's much more infectious. And more infectious because it swims around and circumvents our natural immunity that we may have because so many of us had Omicron when it came out over the winter. So where we're at right now is a spot of elevated risk. Dallas County is no longer using its green code. Dallas County is now in a time of elevated risk. The CDC numbers are telling us it's a time of elevated risk. It's really a time for us to still practice vigilance, right? And if you haven't been vaccinated, it's a good time to have that conversation with your doctor. Again, not serious illness coming, but for someone who's immunocompromised or has a family member that's immunocompromised, this can still be a very dangerous medical condition for them. So it's important that we take care of each other.
Thank you, Dr. Bray. And with so many of us traveling, I'm going across state lines in a few days. What are the best tips and tricks to, maybe try and avoid getting sick while traveling, airports and everything like that?
Right. So Danny, that's a great question. Let's remember how this virus spreads. It spreads either because you breathed in air that's contaminated by someone who just exhaled. If you touch something that's contaminated, and remember, surface contamination doesn't last a long time, but let's be careful about, touching ticket machines and things like that, and then rubbing our eyes. That's how this virus spreads. So continuing to practice good hand hygiene, continuing to practice social distancing where you can. It's not always possible. Remember, the CDC dropped that line from 6 feet to 3 feet. The conversation is now being within 3 feet of somebody for more than 15 minutes is considered close contact. So, minimizing those types of situations, those types of exposures. And if you're immune compromised, if you want to be double safe, wear a mask. A good KN95 or N95 mask is still one of the best defenses that we've got.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Bray, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Danny.